Have you ever thought about how science creates its knowledge base? I'm more on the God side, but also science is valid. In my opinion, science proves God. But now that we know that science goes through such a robust process to learn, and that learning creates a knowledge base that society then uses as the basis of all of their thinking, what would happen if you applied that scientific way of thinking to your life? What would happen if you started to get really clear about what it is that you thought to be true, and then validated the truth of it? For example, you think that by going to the gym every morning before work will give you more energy, keep you more focused. So you're going to validate that by trying your best, at least 4 days a week, going to the gym every morning, 7 days a week, and seeing what that does for your energy. In the experience growth method, we use the scientific approach too. And because of neuroplasticity, your brain takes 3 to 6 weeks to change shape. After 3 weeks, the new thing becomes less abnormal. And on the 6th week, it's now the new normal. So if you were testing that hypothesis of whether going to the gym gives you energy in the morning, then you'd run it for 3 weeks and then pause and reflect. How would you know if you had more energy? Would you feel it in your engagements at work? Would you feel it in your relationships? Would you feel it in just your self-talk? How would you notice it? So you reflect and you find what you think to be true for yourself out of your own personal experience. So you become your own truth detector. And then if it's had a positive impact and you want to ingrain it into your lifestyle, you then continue with it for another 3 weeks. Another idea is to then say, okay, that was good. We did a 3-week experiment, and going in the gym every day did make me more focused and give me more energy and made me more confident at work and in my relationships and in life. So therefore, I'm going to keep going to the gym, but I'm just going to make a small continuous improvement. And that small continuous improvement could be, right, I've been trying a very specific workout regimen, a workout routine, and it was a lot of cardio, stretching, no weights. So what I'm going to do now is integrate cardio with weights and then stretching, and let's see how the next 3 weeks feels. That way you're creating a habit over that total 6-week period, and you're also now starting to play within the thing that you've now found to be a good thing for your life. You've now started to play with how you can use that new hobby and activity and habit in different ways to give you what you need. Because doing lots of cardio and stretching does create a different sensation to when you do weights, and they give you therefore different properties. So how can you adapt the mind of a scientist? What impact would it have on your life? What conscious experiments would you run, about diet? It could be about relationships, could be career, could be business, could be anything. That's what I find really fascinating about personal growth or spiritual development, however you want to coin it. It can go in so many different directions, and that is just amazing. And to know that there's always something that you can be investigating and learning from, I find that magic. You end up paying more attention to life in general when you run any conscious experiment. Because you're looking for details in one area of your life about the experiment you're running, you just start to naturally notice more details of stuff, because the way the brain works, it does not compartmentalize. It shares all of its thinking with itself. So if you start to pay conscious attention in one area of your life, naturally all areas of your life now become more conscious in the way that your brain processes it. So you start to observe more details. Cool, eh? Fun fact.